IQ Tech. So it's really great having everyone there. So and as you know, we'll probably start the call now. And because we've actually spent more time trying to fix all these technical issues, I think it's better that we just kickstart immediately. So I believe in the meantime we'll probably get to know each other more better. Yeah, thank you everyone. Yeah, so I think for today I will hand over to engineer Fis Papa today um to kickstart the program. So we can just start getting our hands dirty as soon as possible. Yeah, thank you very much.
Do you have anything you want to say for now? Kindly drop comment on the chat box. I'm very sure someone will read out your comment among the organizers, and then we are going to tackle it if you have any question. So, and please help me to confirm, am I audible enough? Kafi, can you say something? Let them hear you if you are audible enough for us to kickstart this program.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. My name is Kafayat Ibrahim. I am a data scientist at Movam Technology here in Lagos. So I'm also part of the organizer of this program, and we're going to be introducing we're going to be introducing you guys to data analytics. So if you're a beginner or you are a mid-level or you're just looking for how to test story with your data, I think you're in the right place. So let's get our hand dirty. And thank you. Can anybody hear me?
Yeah, perfectly. Thanks for the intro.
Thank you.
I don't know, Kafi, where do you want us to start from?
Let's get to because I can see the number of people that are that joined the call. So if you said we should be introducing ourselves one after the other, it's going to take a whole lot of time. So I think on the on the channel, that is on the chat platform, kindly drop a chat. So as time goes on, we'll pick the chat, and then we're going to get to know each other better. So from the chat, let's introduce ourselves from the chat. So
Okay. Thanks for that, Kafi. You know, I'm seeing their name already. Just tell me one thing that you are, expecting from your expectation from this program. Just drop it on the comments. Like, okay, this is what I'm expecting at the end of this program. Oh, I'm a senior developer or I'm a senior analyst before. This is what I'm expecting. So this is what I'm be trying to get. Or day-to-day activities you might be trying to get some things doing on your day-to-day your place of work. So then just give me your expectation. What are you expecting at the end of this class? What are that thing that you want to achieve? Why are you joining this event? Because you have to have something meaningful. You have to
yes.
have the reason why you are joining this event. So just drop it on the comments like, okay, this or this is my expectation. Even if it is just one word, just let me know. So, Kafi, okay. I will also not try. Will not try to be a fool by not introducing myself. My name is Hafiz Babatunde, and let me open up my camera so that everybody can see me. Where's my cam? Sorry, I'm using external camera. I have to turn it on my device here. Where is it? Okay. I know I have some of my friend here. I have some of my colleague here, and I have some of our senior colleague here. So, okay. Sorry. Let me admit everybody on the in the lobby. Okay, thank you. Yeah. I don't know. Can you confirm if you can see me? Hope I'm not bending on this camera. I don't know if I'm bending my camera. Okay. Okay.
Your camera is bent, so put your.
I already can see that I'm coming. Let me
It's
change it
better.
up.
Better.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Here on camera. And let me rotate my device. Is it on landscape? Okay, portrait.
Okay. The comments is coming in. Keep it up, guys. So
Okay, hope I'm not bendy again. I'm portrait now, not landscape. Okay, yeah. Thank you guys. Oh my god. Okay, yeah. So let's discuss and let's talk something analytical. So my name is Hafiz Babatunde, and I'm a senior Power Platform developer, AI and data engineer at Hikey Tech, and currently I'm in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia in Riyadh. So the only reason why we kickstart this kind of event is nothing rather than to just try our best to support ourselves in one way or the other in order to let me say get everybody involved in technology. You know, you might be coming from any different background, whatever you're coming from, please just have it in your mind like, hey, this thing I want to know it. If I tell you my story on how I became a data analyst or anything, you might be surprising like, oh, is that true? Is that real? Because I only found a job. I think if I can see one of my friend here, Sukura Adeniyi, if she could recall, she only called me one night like, okay, they need data analyst in Lagos. And I was like, wow, I only know a little bit about Microsoft Excel. I know when I got there, I found it easier, and that was how I became a data analyst overnight. And I happen to be a software developer from the onset after graduating from my university. And you know, it's been over 7 years now of being a data analyst. It's been a good experience for me. And you know, we've been enjoying data money all through our career. So yeah, Kafi is there, Manjid is there, and I'm seeing some other guys that are BI developer on the group who happen to join probably Microsoft community in Lagos or other part of Nigeria or other part of the world who are now a data analyst, but you know, trying to just advance their career in what they do. That's the reason why they are joining us here. You know, no knowledge is waste, please. Even though you know it before, you might be seeing some different things like, okay, this is how to do this is how to do that. So it's very nice and it's very good to learn from any angle you found yourself. It's very good to learn new things. So yeah, so that's just a little bit about myself. I'm also a software developer in case you have a contract for me or you have a gig for me. So it's also it's very good. I can also build a solution or Power Platform application like a Power App development or business automation within your company. So yeah, thank you guys, and that's just a little bit about myself. What are we doing today, Kafi? We're trying to introduce ourselves to data platform. What is data, and also just to get each and every one of us engaged in data aspects. Just think around it. So, Kafi, if I'm to explain data to people as a layman, where do you think I will start from?
that is the data itself. What is data itself? Everybody, like
Hello?
as I said, the data itself. Anybody can hear me over there? Am I audible enough?
Hello?
Am I
Yeah, we
audible
can.
enough?
Network is bad.
Yes,
It's
yes.
okay. We can hear you.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you very much.
We
So
can hear you.
data.
Please proceed.
So in a layman language, if they say data, everybody will feel like, okay, are you selling data? Do you mean the data we recharge on our phone? Do you mean what do you mean by data? So I know most of us that are here, data should not be something strange to us anymore. When we say data, we mean raw information. Am I right? When we say data,
yes.
am I right? Please correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes.
Babatunde, are you there? So when we say data, we mean raw information. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so as a learner person or as a data personnel, once they say data, at least we all know that we mean information. And this information are what we will now gather. These are what we work on, and then we create story out of it at the end of the processes. So now, while looking at everything in the world, looking at how the the economy is going, or how the job market is going, you can see that like the new oil in town now is data. Before you hear Jack, they'll tell you data. We need a data analyst. We need a data scientist. We need a machine learning engineer. Everything revolves around data. So how can we now make use of this data? I think that is why we are here, in order to create useful information from the data. I said data
Okay.
is a new
Yeah, that's just it, Kafi. As you said earlier, we are here to not just to, even for business purpose. Even though you are not within an enterprise environment where they
Mm-hmm.
do a lot of business or doing
Mm-hmm.
something bigger, even
Yes.
personally yourself, you need to
Personally,
make a
yes.
decision. You need to
You
make
need to
some
make a
decision yourself.
decision. Yes.
So you need to be able not to assume about your life. You need to be able to be certain. Okay, after God, it's only in God we trust. The other thing we need data to verify. I hope I'm correct. I don't know if that statement is right. We ought
You're very,
have
you're
trust
very
in God.
correct.
Yeah, but the other thing, anything that anybody is saying in this world, you have to verify it, whether it's true or false. So, and that's where you need data.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. So, you need to understand what is data. It can be an observation, it can be a digit, it can be a description of something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you get that. It can be a description, it can be a digit about something like, a
Mm-hmm.
numerical value about something. It can be a description, it can be an observation. If I'm asking you what is your name, what is everything about you, I'm asking you to describe yourself for me. So I'm trying to get some information, some fact about you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm asking you, okay, what is your age? I'm trying to get a digit number from you. Like, okay, what is your age? I'm trying to get a numerical value
Mm-hmm.
that describe you. Like, okay, so person of name is of so age. So you get. So now if I'm now asking you, were you there when something happened in so period of time? Trying to give us your observation. Is all this thing I'm trying to gather some information. So which are going to be fact and which I'm going to use for my decision. I want to
Mm-hmm.
make a decision about something in future. I want to forecast. I want to predict something. So what will happen if I'm passing through this route? Okay, what is going to happen based on the data on the satellite? It should be able to tell me like, okay, the road you are passing, there's going to be traffic in so minutes. When you get to so area of Lagos State, there's going to be traffic.
Mm-hmm.
So all these things, they are just like normal raw information you are trying to use to make a better decision for yourself, and just for you to be on the right path or whatever you are doing. Yeah. So but many people will feel like, okay, why are you learning data analytics?
Mm-hmm.
Why are you learning data analytics? So every industry runs on what? Data,
Yes.
irrespective, finance, healthcare, marketing,
Mm-hmm.
retail, or whatever, even
Mm-hmm.
sport analysis. So any angle you find yourself today, you have to talk about data. You have
Data.
to talk about data. So even within your house, you want to know, okay, how much am I spending per month? How much is coming into my bank account? Well, how many debit alert I'm getting? How many credit alert is coming into my account? So like what most of us used to say, like, okay, one credit alert, many debit alert. So you have to be able to make some decision, the way you spend your money, the way you do things in your real life. So, but let me give a business scenario. Like, okay, you own a supermarket, you own a store now. People do come to you, or you have a restaurant. People do come to buy something from you. Even you are running a carton. If you are able to package yourself to the extent that you know what people are buying from you every day, you know how people come to your store, you know how people patronize your product, what are the best products selling within your store, what are the best time people come to your store, is it in the morning time, is it afternoon or evening, so that even though when you want to talk about staff performance or employee performance, you have to make kind of, okay, what time are they you supposed to give them, like a leave, or when are you supposed to give them resting period, like, okay, you can take a break at so time because you don't have much customers so this period of time. So you can use your data, your business information, how people buy from you, how people enter your store, to make all this information to make decision of how to progress and how to grow within your business. So that's essence of you having a data, irrespective of wherever. Even if you go to healthcare now, for instance, now I enter an hospital and, okay, I give them my information. They were able to capture my information on their system. When they capture my information now, they're like, okay, the next time I'm coming, I don't need to give them anything other than my ID. Okay, this is my ID, it is my identity. They can easily use it to search for my record and know my health record. Like, okay, these are medical record. Okay, oh, this what you have been passing through, or this what you have been taking. So if you have been taking all these kind of drug, okay, this is how we can make decision. This is what they call diagnostic and expert system within health sector. They call it expert system. So all these kind of things should be giving you, like, okay, I need to know about this thing. And that is the reason why you are learning. So company are hiring data analysts faster than ever. I could remember in 2017 when we joined the gang of data in Nigeria, we were not up to 100 in Nigeria back then. I could remember we had like 20 something MCT in Nigeria in 2017, 2018. So we have like all these, the likes of Ahmed Oyelowo, the likes of Mr. Excel, the likes of the Folani, Deji Folani in Lagos. There we have the likes of some guys that, they are not even. We were not many people. It's very easy. It's very difficult to find data analysts in Lagos back then in Nigeria. Talk less of the, other part of the Africa. Like I used to say, Nigeria is tech hub in Africa. When you pick Nigeria, you can think of Rwanda, all these other countries. But there's technology in Nigeria. But even when back then, but today now, you imagine the number of data analysts we have in Nigeria. The last Data First Africa attended in Lagos, we had over 1,000 people attended the event. That's to tell you that there's role for you in this kind of environment. There's role for you. It's either you choose to be a database administrator, you choose to be a data analyst, data engineer, what else? Data engineer, data scientist, machine learning, artificial intelligence. See how the whole world is becoming better with the help of ChatGPT, DeepSeek, and see how competitive they are. And they are all running on what? LLM. Just to make everything easier for us. Even you are a developer, you are whatever you are doing today. Imagine using Copilot, whatever you are doing. Imagine as a data analyst now, when you go to Power BI, you see a Copilot that you can just describe whatever you want to do. What if you don't know that? Okay, I went to a place, was it not yesterday? Yeah, I went to a place yesterday. A car wash. Now, instead of using I took the video, like, okay, instead of using hand to wash car, they were using machine. Only one person was operating the machine. On a norms in a car wash, you see like 4 or 5 people washing cars. But because of this technology, because of all this artificial intelligence, computer vision, they were using machine. Only one person was controlling this thing, putting, even doing all the whole thing just to, and within how many few minutes, is not even up to 5 minutes, this machine was a whole car, and someone just enter the car and drove it out. But that's all. So you have to think ahead of your mate. You have to think ahead, because while you are sleeping, some people are awake doing something great. So data-driven professionals make better decisions and have competitive edge in their career. So if you are a data analyst yourself, you should be able to do what? Make a better decision for yourself or in whatever you are doing. So next thing is I'm going to talk about is this. Okay, Kafi, why Microsoft Excel or Power BI? Why not talking of something else?
I
I don't
think
know.
from my head, I said because it's the most let me say the most first two, like the closest to
Yeah.
the Microsoft Excel. Microsoft Excel, because the way you look at it, you can see that Microsoft Excel is beginner friendly. And aside
Perfect.
that, most company, yes, most company, like majority of the company are still, they are into the Microsoft Excel thing. And you can imagine the integration of Python into Microsoft Excel. You can see how far the stuff is going. Like Microsoft Excel is not getting, like, it's not getting tired. It's not a tool that someone can just overlook and imagine, just look at it as in maybe out of time is going to, no, 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 no. This is something that has come to stay, that mostly all these big companies, they are still, it's still their first tools to apply. And when you look at the Power BI is like due to its interactive nature, number one. Secondly, the simplicity and the user friendly. So out of
Yeah,
all the
yeah.
BI tools, when you compare them, you can see that these tools they are top notch. They are something you can't do
Okay.
without.
Yeah, I know some people here, they are familiar with Lumira. I don't know if anyone is familiar with SAP Lumira here. I don't know. Have you ever worked as a as a BI developer? Have you ever entered any company and they tell you that, okay, what we are using is SAP Lumira? So that be able to compare other BI tools. As the Microsoft Excel is very
Or
easy,
both
and it's
BI.
very,
Have you come
yeah,
across
yeah,
both
yeah.
BI?
Or you go to Tableau is competitive with is just like a
Yes,
competitor
then
to Power BI.
Tableau.
And we have Google
Yes,
Sheet. Don't forget we have Google Sheet. Some company use Google
sure.
Sheet to run their analysis, and why some company use Microsoft Excel. Let me now bust your brain. For over how many years that I stay in Lagos, like I work as analyst in Lagos, I use Microsoft Excel. For company that you might be thinking they are the biggest company, the biggest brand in the whole world, we were using Microsoft Excel back then. So it's only few companies, like few out of thousands, are adopting all this latest technology rapidly. Imagine, like Kafi. I don't know whether you know, when I was working with Coca-Cola Nigeria, I used Microsoft Excel. When I was working with Nigeria Bottling Company, I used Microsoft Excel. They're always scared of having a pro license of Microsoft Power BI. $13 per month, or I don't know how much they are charging now. Or I think it's around $10 per month as a pro user. Imagine, company of thousands of users, they have to, okay, let's use Power BI. They always scared of, oh, don't let us use Power BI, because they assign Power BI license to few of their staffs. So because of license. But the moment you have Microsoft 365 within your company, like most what is it called? Most banks, or let me say most enterprise environments, they cannot go without using a Microsoft Office package. If either you want to use Excel, PowerPoint, MS Word, and some other stuff, Outlook for their mailing. Now, they cannot do without Microsoft Excel. So it's very easier for company to adopt what? Microsoft Excel, or any company that are using Google Workspace. They cannot do without using Google Sheets. So take note as you are going out there as a data analyst that whether you know Power BI, you know Python, you know SQL, whatever you know, my dear brother and sister, don't forget to learn Microsoft Excel. It's very, very important. I'm just giving you updates. So I don't want I don't want you to be shocked when you enter a big organization and you realize that they are using Microsoft
It's
Excel.
even common in Nigeria. Like in Nigeria here, like all these big organizations, except this let me say this organization that is just coming up, they are trying to at least to be innovative a bit. But for I was at Lacasera 2 months ago. They were still the Lacasera I knew over 3 or 4 years with their static. You understand the way it works. It was not even the Microsoft 365. Microsoft 360, Excel 365 is still interactive. The Excel they were
Don't
using
worry.
is that old version of Excel. I'm like, what happened?
Don't mind Nigeria. We are still living in the
For
90s.
what reason? But notwithstanding, even
Yeah.
globally,
So
yes, when you look at it, when you look at
just
it
make sure you
globally,
learn.
you can see that I don't know if some of us here are we are on Upwork and all these remote channel, you can see there will always be a gig in one way or the other looking for.
Yeah, sure.
So in
Sure.
that case, it's still like you can't do without it.
Yeah.
I
So
didn't also
now
start
let's
with
say,
an Excel,
well,
but
yeah, when you're able
I'm
to do
fine.
whatever you want to do in Microsoft Excel, I'm betting you Power BI is just as easy as it is. It's very easy to learn Power BI. It's very, very easy, my dear brother and sister. Please don't see the coding aspect of Power BI is just something very small. And if you are able to cope with Power BI and you are able to learn a little bit aspect of PowerPoint, you can become a Power Platform developer. You can easily into I will tell you a lot of secrets towards the end of this program. I will give you a lot of tips how you can even without writing anything, without stressing yourself, without any design, you can use Excel to do any and ChatGPT. You can use both of them together to build your beautiful dashboard. But it's best thing for you is just for you to understand the concept, the logic behind all these scenarios. If you're able to understand your problem, you'll be able to solve it. I could remember now I spent over 3 months to just for me to produce a one-page report while I was working in Lagos. Over 3 months, just to clean data, to be able to think around it, to understand the data, and give a one-page report. Just one-page report. So yeah, Power BI is just to take it further by allowing you to create interactive dashboard that bring your data to life. And it is a perfect tool to visualize if you want to visualize detection pattern and take a lot of story. You tell people will see your data, they'll be wow. Go online, go on LinkedIn. Mind you, please, guys, please try as much as possible. Make yourself visible online. A friend of mine reached out to me one day like, oh, they need a virtual assistant in their company. I was like, okay, fine. Let me give you someone who I know that has been working in Lagos over a period of time. Okay. The guy said, okay, can you send me a LinkedIn profile? The moment I shared the LinkedIn profile, they rubbish me. They were like, this one is not having anything on that profile. I was like, okay, let me share a resume with you. They were like, no, they don't need a resume. They only need a profile on LinkedIn. Is enough for them to make decision. And that was how he lost the job. So, my dear, anything I don't know if Amanjid is here, he can tell you a story. of how he got started with data analytics and how he got offer from UBA headquarter in back then some years back when he started his career as a data analyst. So within few months, like Abaji started within, let me say, August, and by October he was becoming a champion on LinkedIn. People are rushing him like he
So,
was now like
so it was done
so
in like
my brother, I'm not
UVA.
casting you, I'm just telling a story. so so but that's how it is. It was back then, like, it's just something crazy, like, you have to let people know. You if you can read ABC in another dimension, let the whole world see that you can do this thing, and post it, let people criticize whatever you are doing on LinkedIn. LinkedIn, they can throw you if you are replying anything on LinkedIn, you are posting anything on LinkedIn, people will comment, they will kind of, try to encourage you sometimes. Some people will, just discourage you, like, why are you doing something shit like this? Or you go on cargo, try to participate on different kind of competition on cargo. So that's just it. Now, remember this quote by this man, without data, you are just another person with an opinion. I don't know if you get. So without data, without fact, if you want to say anything today, people will ask you, where are you getting it from? Where is the source of this information? So without data, you are just an, ordinary person with an opinion. Your opinion might not be count because you don't have anything to back it up. Sure you get. So I will also give you, I like what I said earlier. In God we trust, but all others must bring you must bring data to verify. I could remember one of our man used to say, go and verify, and I trust Nigeria they will verify. Or anybody in the whole world, especially in the Western world. You can't say anything and go scot-free. I'm telling you. Ask people that live in the Western world, like all this UK, US, Canada of 18. You can't say anything without proof. So trust me. So yeah, we have the goal is to turn data into information and information into insight by this Kali. So you have to make sure that your goal is just to make decision to turn that your raw information, make it sense, like make sense out of it, and share with the right people. Yeah. So Kafi, I don't know. And the goal of this event, by the end of this session, please, you will not only understand data analytics, but also know how to use Microsoft Excel, Power BI to transform your raw data into actionable insights. Stay with me. Take notes. Let's dive into the world of data. I hope I'm communicating with my people here.
Mhm. You're on the
Okay.
right track,
Yeah.
apparently.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, guys. So yeah, let's go again. Kafi, where are we starting from? Well, because I want us to start from the beginner aspect. Like even though I know those people that we have here, they are very they are fast learners.
Sure,
So, but
sure, sure, sure.
even though you cannot understand everything at the moment, just continue watching. I could remember back then when we were learning software development, web technology, where we were back in the school. So what my boss will tell you, like, just keep watching the way I'm doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Just keep watching. When you learn, that was how we learn coding, learn PHP, MySQL back then. It was very tough for us. But today, if you wake me up from sleep, I can write PHP. So, so yeah, introduction to data analytics. What is data itself? What is data? What is data? Like what we have been saying, data is nothing but what you can simply maybe you can call it a numerical value, or let me say uh what was it called, observation, or description of something. So
So,
that can be turned into what? and information. This information can be used to make decision. Very simple.
Permit me to ask a very a very naughty question.
Yeah.
Okay. A video. I'm throwing
Okay.
this to the house, everybody. A video and images or a sound that is an audio record. Can we still classify them as data? Can we categorize them to be data, my people? Yes.
Hello.
Are we there? Okay. I can see
Yes.
Abu Wakil saying something.
I can see
Okay.
Yes,
my
yes,
I can see
So,
yes.
my people. I can see we have a lot of brilliant people in the house. Thank you very much. Yes.
okay.
Yes. 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 They are all data. Thank you very much. So data does not only restrict to numerical or text or observation alone. The audio this audio we're doing now is also a data. So thank you very much. So Babatunde, you can continue.
Okay. So we've talked about roles, all the roles of data analyst and career path itself. As a data analyst, you only do two things: convert your raw information into action, into insight, and then the next thing is communicate this your insight to the right channel. That's all what you need to do. I don't know. I've described data analyst, right? Am I correct? Kafi, I don't know.
You're
As a
you're
data
right.
analyst, you convert raw data to insight,
Mm-hmm.
communicate the
Yes.
insight to the right
Right.
channel,
Mm-hmm.
and that's your work.
Yes.
But
For them to
what
make
are the process?
decision.
What are the process you
Yeah.
need to do all these things? So it's what you need to dive into. So you get. So now let's see overview. I don't want us to talk too much. I want us to do something. Let's,
Mm-hmm.
just do some one or two things. I have one. Me, I don't care. You can generate live data. You can generate if you don't have what's it called? If you know how to use Python very well. I can the one of data that we are going to use in this program now. I only use Python to generate it on my notebook.
Mm-hmm.
Over 1,000 rows of data just for me to be to use it for practical purpose. It just
Mm-hmm.
depends on how you communicate to your system. It will give you the response. So now, overview. Rules of rule of data analyst and career path. Career path. Also, so your career path is just for you to learn. When you learn, you start as a beginner, intermediate, you become senior. Probably you become manager in data, uh, or anything else. You become director or you become a CEO. Anyway, so roles in data is for you to clean data and all this data governance. You need to understand it. Very, very important. You need to know how to everything but down to converting raw information to insight. Within that short statement, there's a lot of things. You know, even data engineer are in this aspect. They need to be able to convert your data that is coming from the OLAPs, all these transactional data. They need to
Mm-hmm.
convert it to what? To something meaningful in your data warehouse. If you don't understand what data warehouse means, it's just like normal place. You are moving something from, let me say, something is coming now. They are shipping products from China now to Africa, and you are trying to arrange all this data, all the products into your warehouse. You have warehouse in Lagos, you have warehouse in Port Harcourt, you have warehouse in Ghana, you have warehouse in Kenya, South Africa, Somalia, and co. Now, you need to do what? You need to bring this product out of what maybe they use water or they use cargo, anything. You need to arrange it very well into your data warehouse. Just think like that. Think that way. You are getting your data from a transactional table into your data warehouse. That's what who are doing this for you? all these data engineer, you see them, they will tell you, we are trying to create a pipeline to move your data from the live SQL database into the data warehouse. Maybe they are using SAP data warehouse. They are even Google BigQuery. They are using what else? Azure Data Brick or anything, or maybe Azure Data Lake, whatever, any lake house, anything else they are using. It's just for them to format your data in a meaningful way. And you, as a data analyst, you connect to this data source from the warehouse. If you've worked with big organization before, you understand what I'm saying. So you are going to, or if you are still a beginner, don't mind me. I'm just talking randomly. So, but as a beginner too, you should be able to understand better the way I'm putting it. If you hear anybody telling you that I'm a data engineer, what they are doing is just to help you to arrange your data very well into data warehouse. What we call data warehouse, we have a transactional table on the web, whether it is SQL or no SQL database. SQL database, they are formatted in tables. Non-SQL database, they are just in a JSON format, JavaScript notation. So they are just in a, like, let me say, raw format that they can transform into another, into table in the data warehouse. So that's how it is. Now, let's talk about Microsoft Excel. Like I said earlier, you cannot dodge this crazy tool. It's the most craziest tool I've ever used as a as a as a tech person. Tomorrow you will discover another thing Microsoft Excel. So if anybody is asking you, do you know Microsoft Excel? Tell them maybe 60%. No matter how good you are, just tell them maybe 70%. But anything you have, if you tell anybody you are 80%, 90% in Microsoft Excel, tomorrow Microsoft Excel can disgrace you. It can disgrace you because they might have released some formula overnight that you don't know. So yeah, let me open up my Microsoft Excel and trying to introduce everybody to Microsoft Excel in case you are seeing it for the first time. How do you open Microsoft Excel on your with your keyboard? Kathy, I can use I can search now using window button, and then I search for sorry, I'm searching for Excel, Microsoft Excel. Mind you, I don't know the version of Microsoft Excel you are using. If you are using latest version, that means you are using Office 365. If you are able to, as a student, if you are a student here, please go online. If you have school email, if your school standard enough, like Nigeria now, but I know those who are not in Nigeria, they have email, student email. So Nigeria,
No,
if you are
from
having
Unilag. If you are from Unilag, no, some of them have. Don't rubbish our country now. Why are you doing this to
no,
us?
no, now I'm just saying something here. Like if you
So,
have student email, Microsoft Office 365 is for you. M365 is for you. You can get it for free. Just
so
use your
if you are a
student.
student in Nigeria studying more especially in southwest, like Ilorin, Ibadan, Lagos, they do have
Yeah,
they have email.
likely
So you can use your
likely to have student email.
yeah. So
So
you can
that's
use your you are not
so
serious.
you can use your student email to get M365 for free. Yeah, that's true.
Yes,
So
yes, yes.
if you're outside
So don't restrict.
Nigeria, so you
So
just pick your
and
student
if you
email,
don't
use
have
it to
it,
register.
please, if you don't have it, don't panic. You can still get your crack version of Microsoft 2021. We have 2019, 2021, 2016. So
As a
they are
Microsoft
still,
ambassador, I will not take that from you. But I'm not telling
please,
you not to go and do it. Too. I'm just telling you my mind. You
you won't
buy
take
it.
that. My
Go and buy Microsoft 365. Go and buy it. So I'm
okay,
not telling you to go and download crack version on all this get
okay,
into PC. So I'm just telling
okay,
you
sir.
what you need to do.
Okay,
So
my
guys,
people, I'm with you. My people, I will always support you guys.
so
So you can download it
so
from your can download it and make use of it. So there shouldn't be any excuse that maybe you don't practice. And to add to what he has just said, please, Don't just learn and keep, learn and practice. In a way to grow, we have to practice every day. As in, be curious to do more of practice. Anything that comes to your mind, try to practicalize it. And with that, you'll see a lot of headway from what you're doing. I am a testimony of this, and that is why I'm saying it.
Okay,
Thank you.
perfect. I remember Kafi. Kafi was working in the bank.
Don't cast me. It's okay.
Kafi
Let's
was
go.
working in the bank, but now he's a great machine learning engineer. She's a great machine. Are you she or he? So guys, don't mind us. So that's how we roll. So it's fine. So, but it's good to be, to be jovial in whatever you're doing. Don't just take everything, uh, very hard for yourself. All these things, they are very simple. I can tell you within 2-3 days you can learn Microsoft Excel. It's not something difficult, but how do you apply it? So this is my Microsoft Excel. Can you see it? Microsoft Excel looking beautiful on my screen with their green background color. You can change it if you like to that screen. So whatever. So if you launch your Microsoft Excel, as if you are using latest version, even my own too is not latest too. So my own 365 too is not latest because I don't have Copilot in it. But I don't know. Maybe I updated my system this morning. It might be working there now. So this is my Microsoft Excel looking beautiful on my screen. How can let me just throw around here. If you have your recent work, you can see it. These are my recent work. Everything looking good on my this. I can easily open it up. But if you want to check your account, you can simply click here to see what you are using. Can you see this is my subscription? This is what I'm using. I can easily update my Microsoft Excel. You can connect the moment you log in your 365 account, it will connect to your cloud for you, which is OneDrive. You can easily do if you have one. If you are working within a company, you have your what is it called? SharePoint. SharePoint.
Sorry,
Yeah, you can have your
please,
SharePoint
Afi.
there. So yeah, okay.
Someone said he's
So
not seeing the screen. I think it's from your end, Temitope.
okay, you
So you can
try
just
to
log out
disconnect
and
and
log
join
in
back.
back.
Yeah,
Yes.
disconnect and join
So
back. You'll be able to see it.
thank you.
So yeah. Another thing here is this. Uh, Okay, you can sign out, you can switch your account. If you don't have, maybe you are using a crack fashion before, or you just created a new account, you can simply switch your account and then you can see all the products. You can see all the products. You can update your license. If you are buying it, I know it's not that expensive. You can simply buy it. I think it's $80 per month or something like that. So, but yeah, what you are getting from Microsoft is even more than $80. So, you go to options, you can activate some things here. If you are not seeing some aspect of Microsoft Excel within your like all these developer tab, you might not see it on your own. So you can simply go to add-ins because you need them to be sincere with you. You can go to add-ins and then select come in add-in. So all this come in and click on the go and then make sure you select that studio because I installed that studio on my system. That's the reason why I'm seeing that studio for Power BI. All this inquiry, data streamer, Power Map, Power Pivot, everything. You can simply activate them on your from the option menu or from here. So also this developer tab, you might not see it on your own screen. So I think under this general something like that, you can where is it? Formulas, okay, ribbon. So under ribbon, you can simply go to your ribbon and select developer and mark it as well. So you'll be able to see it on your screen. So that's all about that. Now, how do you talk about, do you want to, if you want to talk to Microsoft or if you want to learn, if you are a new beginner, if you want to learn Microsoft Excel, you don't even know where to start from. Can you see? If you are connected to the internet, it will tell you like this is where you can start from. This is a blank workbook weekly. So all these samples, templates. Welcome to Excel, formulas, pivot table. Even they even give you tutorial on Python in Excel. But why can't you read now? Try to go to all these things. So read, 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 read. This Python in Excel. This Gantt chart for project managers. You can easily make use of all these things, and then you do something crazy for yourself. Sorry, So, this is my Microsoft Excel. Let me create a new blank book and see what we have on the screen. Okay, let me try to make it bigger. Yeah, perfect. So, like what I used to tell people, so if I ask some people now, how many rows do we have in Microsoft Excel? They might tell you it's unlimited, but it's not unlimited. Though. So it's only in Power BI you can use as many as any kind of, it depends on your system launcher. So, but or in Power Query, I mean, in Excel, this is the last row in Microsoft Excel. I don't know. You can count the number because they might ask you one day. I don't. So I will give you all the tips that you need to know in Microsoft Excel. So, but Kathy, what do you think? Oh, where do we need to start from? This Microsoft Excel, this sheet, this you have cell. When you click on anywhere like this, you have cell. When you click on this like this, you have a column. When you click on this like one now, you have a row.
You have a row.
So I don't need to tell you all these things, Uh, I know you guys are fast learners, so keep keep
Don't
bombing
don't
all
be
this.
don't be don't be too fast
Yeah.
though. Don't be too fast.
Okay. Am I fast? Am I too fast?
Please, you can drop your comments in the
Yes,
chat
yes,
box.
for us. Yeah,
You
too
can
fast,
drop your comments in the
for us.
chat box. But one thing there is
Okay.
so don't be too fast. I understand why I'm
Okay.
saying that. Yes.
Okay. 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 Okay.
Mhm.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, boss. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, we have ribbon here. We have ribbon at the top. We have our header bar. What do we call it? Search bar here. You can search for anything within your Microsoft Excel. This is your title. Your what is it called? Document name. So you can rename this. You can simply rename your document. You can simply see some quick access tools. You want to save, you want to email your workbook, anything you want to do, you want to sort of all this one. They are just quick access for you. And then you have redo and undo. We have save button. You have auto save. If you are using Microsoft 365, you'll be able to auto save your document. The moment you put it on the cloud, it will auto save every time. Or you go and set it on your system, like every 1 minute, make sure you save whatever I'm doing so that you not go and sleep one day and everything will scatter on your system. And I'll be like, oh, and I've worked that, and I lose the old document, your boss will not listen to you. So they give you time frame to work. So make sure you auto save your document anytime. So we have different type of different things within this our ribbon. We call this the whole thing here, we call it ribbon, and then we have different tabs within this ribbon. We have home tab, we have file. This file will take you to application menu. That's what we call it. I don't know. I'm going too far. So, but we have tabs here. We have new tab. We have insert, draw. You can do a lot of things within Microsoft Excel too. Even some people use Excel to type instead of using MS Word. They will come to Excel and start typing. So you come to page layout, you come to formulas, you go to data, all these things. Now, let me tell you something. You might be thinking like, how do I get familiar with all these things? The moment you keep using it every day, you will master all the functions. You will master everything that you can achieve. If you are a mathematician, there's aspect of all this trigonometric everything within all those formulas we use in mathematics, everything are there in Microsoft Excel. If you are a data analyst, you can do your charts, you can do all this pivot table, bar pivot, you have your data tab here where you can see your data model, consolidate, remove duplicate, validate your data, see everything is looking beautiful here. Now, how do you make use of all these things? Can you see even under data you have get data. You can get data from anywhere in the world, whether your data is residing in database, Power Platform, Oracle database, SQL database, Postgre, anywhere your data is residing, you can simply get your data from all these places. So now you can insert picture. If you want to bring shape into your data, you can simply you see all these things, you make use of it to design your interface the way you like it. So you can bring in form from anywhere. Maybe you want to create a new form, you can create a form, you can create a pivot table just to filter your data. Before all this pivot table come to play, we normally use all this kind of some ifs, if statement, everything, just to make sure that we get our data filtered to whatever we need. So but in short, I'll give you some tips that you need to know in Microsoft Excel. And we are not here to tell you like maybe from A to Z of Microsoft Excel. No, but we will give you some tips as a data analyst that you need to know. Anytime you are having problem, you will know that, okay, this is where the problem is coming from. Okay, for instance, let's take it from even ordinary data entry level. You are entering data into your Excel now. You are trying to enter data on your this thing. Yeah, I'm with you.
Sorry, please. I'm seeing
Yeah.
some hands up here. So,
Okay.
please, Mr. Onyeka, do you have any question for us? Do you
Yeah,
have any
it's not
observation?
a good evening. It's not a question, but it's an observation. We have put it on the chat box.
Okay.
His pace is too fast, and it looks like he's talking to data professional, user professionals. I think he should slow down a bit and let's get to the basics. There are some people who are just joining for the first time and who are using trying to have a very good understanding of data utilization and tools for data utilization. That's why I raised my hand. Thank you.
Thank you for your observation, Mr. Onyeka.
My
So,
my dear brother, thank you so much for that
engineer,
observation.
are you there?
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. Thank you so much for the observation. So I think I get where you're coming from, and then at least we take it small. So thank you, sir. Yeah. Um, this is just the beginner level. At the point of what? Data entry. I will be throwing the question to everyone. If I'm entering data into my Excel sheet now, the whole thing I open now is what we call workbook. This workbook. But what we call sheet is like within our workbook, we can have multiple sheets. This is what sheet 1. I can have another sheet called sheet 2. Can have 3. I can put different data on each sheet, like, okay, this for January, this for February, this for March. Now, imagine I'm giving you a sample of what, let me say, I'm writing Joseph here.
So it was one of any user. Hello.
Hafiz, you've muted, please.
Oh, sorry. I'm asking, like, I type Joseph here, and I have 56 here. I don't know if you notice anything. Kafi.
Yes, I'm with you.
Yeah. So, at the point of entry, you notice
Yes.
that this is what? This is a string. We call it string,
Yes.
right? And this is what? This is a numerical value.
A number.
It can be of integer or a float or decimal number. So this Joseph can be with what we can call it character in some places. You hear some people say, oh, this is a character, and some places, some people will call
They
it
call it
string.
string. Yeah.
Now, and this one now, this is what? Integer. Let's call it integer.
So
Now,
sorry, please, Babatunde. For the audience, I know some might be finding it difficult to differentiate between string, character, or integer. I think tomorrow's session is going to cover a little bit of data type, because you need to understand the type of data you're working with for you to know how to analyze it. So we're going to share we'll come up with a plan on how that will be treated. So we introduce basic data type to the audience, so you won't be strange. It won't look strange to you anymore. So for now, my boss, please continue. Sorry for disrupting.
of what? String or character?
Hey there, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay,
Am I good? Can you hear me?
loud and clear.
Okay. So here now you can see Joseph. You can see 56. In Microsoft Excel, just notice this thing down. This thing have caused a lot of people their job. Anytime you are seeing anything aligned to the left, anything aligned to the left is what? Is string, is a character. It can be of a sentence. It is what we call what is it called? Detail. It's giving you dimension. It's a character telling me that this 50 belongs to who? Belongs to Joseph as what? Age. In programming language, we normally do what? Put, in some cases, especially in some, maybe when you are dealing with Microsoft environment, when you are writing C#, you have to like identify, like, okay, what is it called? The variable I'm trying to create now is what? Is an integer. You have to let it. I don't know if you study mathematics very well. I don't know. Maybe that was maybe real analysis or numerical analysis. They might be. You hear some, real number, numerical, integer, and some other stuff name like that. So this is age now, but mind you, this age is what? Of integer value. Anytime you see integer, anytime you see number is always aligned to where? To the right. Now, assuming that we have 56, we have someone is 50, and someone is what? Maybe 47 or 57, someone is 12, someone is of 80, 78 of age, and I have maybe million here. I have another person here called Ace. I have Abiodun here. I have Abiodun. I don't know if you guys notice anything in what I'm doing. We have Abiodun here, and we have Adewale. Now,
The
I
million
don't know.
age is 50, not five
Yeah,
50, not 50. You can see.
yeah. Now, anytime, but it's because we are having like just few. This is not a big data. Mind you, while working in a company, nobody will give you maybe 100 rows of data. Nobody will give you 50 rows of data. Be expecting something like 100,000 rows of data. So the one you try to load on Power Query and your system might hang. And imagine you using system of 16 gig RAM or 32 gig RAM and you are still struggling to load data. it looks frustrated. And now this is just how many rows of data? Just 5 rows of data. And it is easy for us to what? To dictate the error. But mind you, while working with big data, where you have numbers, unlimited rows of data, or your data is even coming from where? From data source of maybe SQL database now, or my SQL server. Try to understand what database is. Try to understand the concept of data, anomalies of data, concept of data modeling. When we get here, you also understand that. Now, if you go out there, go and search, make your research. Database is just like where they organize our data, our information. Imagine any kind of software you see out there. I used to say this thing, like any software you see out there is just a data collection application. It's either interactive application or they are using it to collect information. In your company now, your company is selling a product. Your company is just making use of this system to collect sales information and, just to make sure that people are, it's very easy for people. They are storing all whatever you are doing in the database for people to see, and they are gathering the sales information. They have the dimension table, the end user generating the facts table. That's the, life cycle of software. If you are dealing with what? Probably e-commerce solution, or you are selling anything online. If you are dealing with all these social media of a thing, it's just for them to do what? To be able to capture information or interacting, sending messages to each other, and they are still keeping your information so that they can retrieve it for you back anytime you need those information. Okay. Let's go back again. We have this. You notice that, okay, we have error here. Instead of me typing 0, I type who. So you can simply change it and you see everything back to normal. The same thing applicable to date. I say, okay, date of birth now. I can say date of birth. I can say maybe someone was born maybe January 2nd. Okay, let's say 02 or 1 1988. Now, this guy was born in this year and this date, but mind you, hmm, there's a serious problem with this kind of date format. If you are not within the same region, probably those of you that do remote work, you need to be very careful. Any company you are dealing with, ask them, know their location. What is their date format system before you start working on their work, on their data? Now, in some environment, they use day, month, and year, while some people use month, day, and year. America standard, month, day, year. Meaning they are used to what? M, M, D, D, Y, Y, Y. That is their format. Why some people, especially West Africa, or let me say UK standard, DD, MM, this is the one we are used to from my primary school. So now the system we are using, is based on the configuration of your system. So if you look at my system very well, you can see my screen, down part of my screen. Today's date is what? Today is February 7. But see the written format showing what? February, which is 2nd of what? February 7, 2025. Meaning my system is configured to speak like who? Like Americanas. So you need to understand this thing very well. It's very, very important. But in order to stop all this great problem, to resolve this problem, anytime you want to, if you are the one setting up a template, please use this format instead of having this. Just say, okay, 2nd of January, I will just type 2 Jan and 1988. This format will never disappoint you. To give you the right thing. This format will never disappoint you. Now, let's go back. So you can have your date like this, and just to have your. So, and for you, that's all about date. And don't mind you, date is also a number. Date is also is aligned to the right. Don't make that mistake. Your date, anytime you type your date, if it is not aligned to the right, that means that date format is not correct. Imagine now, as my system is speaking, is following US standard now. If I now type maybe 30th of what? May. May is what? 5th, and I do 2020. Let me say year 2000. Can you see? I'm having that problem now. Instead of my date to align to the right, I'm seeing it on the left. You get? This is exactly what we are saying. This is exactly what we are saying. You need to understand that, okay, this thing needs to be formatted properly. And this is the essence of data validation in Microsoft Excel. You need to validate your data. You need to know where the error is coming from before you can even think of maybe I want to visualize, I want to analyze, I want to do any other stuff with your data. So, and this is what we call ETL. You need to extract your information, you need to transform it to the standard format, and then you need to load it into your system for further investigation or analysis. Now, how do I correct this? You can just simply do what? 5, 30, year 2000. Can you see? Perfect. Yeah. If you have any question, you can drop it in the chat. Kafi, are we good? Okay.
Yes, we are
Another
fine.
thing, yeah. Okay. Another thing you need to understand is like we have some short formulas within Microsoft Excel. For instance, now I want to get today's date. Today's date should be what? Equal sign today. Anytime you are typing formula in Microsoft Excel, you need to start with equal sign. So these are what we have some inbuilt functions. Mind you, I forgot to introduce you to formula bar. This is your formula bar. You can simply come to this place and tell this formula bar what you need in that particular cell. Because each cell have a reference, which mean it has ID. So each cell has its own ID. So like for instance now, I'm having this today on which column, on which row, on which column. Remember your mathematics. When S is crossing Y axis, we are having a slope. A slope is what we call S1, Y1, or is it Y1, S1? Mathematician, is it S1, Y1, or Y1, S1? Am I
That's one
correct?
why.
S1, Y1. Okay, perfectly. So meaning that you are picking your S axis first before the Y axis. So now, why picking this the reference ID for this particular cell now? I'll pick D, because on my horizontal line, we have A, B, C, D, E, F to wherever it ended. And then we have 1, 2, 3 on my vertical axis. So meaning that the cell reference to this particular cell now is what? D6, which whereby if you go to this left hand side below your ribbon, you will see a cell, a place called name box. Anything you highlight within Microsoft Excel, this guy will tell you you've highlighted from so place to so place, or you've selected a particular cell. So that is the essence. You need to know how to reference to a particular cell or a group of cell or a group of, of five. Probably you have a table within your Microsoft Excel, so you can reference to it. So now that's another thing you need to understand. So I hope you are getting it better now. Are we good?
So you can
Okay.
drop your
assume
question in the chat section. So after the class, we're going to attend.
I assume everybody is flowing along now. Okay, now after this particular formula that I use, you can also get time as at now. You can get today's date and time, exact time as at this current time now. I don't know what time it's saying at your end, but if I type equals to now, these are inbuilt functions, like I said earlier, that you can make use of whenever you are trying to build something within your Microsoft Excel. So I can do equals to now. So the time is saying what? Today's date is saying 7th of February 2025, and currently my time is saying I'm on 23:44, which is 11:44 p.m. So you should understand that, okay, this is my time as at now. In the next 1 minute, this will change to what? Another thing. So don't forget, we said this formula is for today, while this one is now, as at now. In the next 1 minute, it will change. So what if I want to get a timestamp? There's something we call timestamp and date stamp. By tomorrow now, if I open this file, this date will change automatically. But if I want to get a stamp, like I don't want it to change, probably I'm capturing some information now, or probably I'm giving a task to one of my maybe receptionist now, and I say, okay, capture every moment any visitor enter this office. Help me to capture the time that visitor entered this place and the time that they left uh, the space. I can use what we call timestamp. So timestamp can be you can get timestamp using what? Date stamp using your control key and semicolon on your keyboard. It will give you a what? A time, a date stamp. A date stamp it will give you. But if you want to get a timestamp, is what? Control, what am I trying to press? Okay. Control control shift semicolon. This will give you timestamp. So in the next 1 minute now, this might be changing, but these two things by tomorrow now, this date will change, but this one will not change. This time will not change. Even in the next 1 minute, it will not change. And that's what we call timestamp and date stamp. Now let's move further a little bit. Let's take it up a little bit. Microsoft Excel is what you can use to do many things, calculation. Okay, let's say for instance now, I have students. I give them, okay, I want to have a list of my students and their date of birth. Can you imagine? Have you ever filled a form before? They will ask for your date of birth and they will still ask for your age. I don't know if you've seen that before. They ask for your date of birth and they will still ask for your age in some cases. So let's assume that we have let me say student ID, STID. Yeah, student ID. we have name. Let me say F name, first name, last name, and last name. And then we have DOB here, DOB. Now, we are having all this. Now, I want to calculate their age. Yeah, this is what I need. So I can do a series, let me say ST. And you know, Microsoft Excel is very sensitive. Imagine I just do ST001 like this. So the next line of action, I can try to do something like this. Can you see? To give me, to generate the series for me. It's very simple. So I can do, let me say, give me some name, Abba Imam. Abba, Abba, and I have Imam. I have Abdullah. So having all these names, I can have their date of birth and say, okay, probably this guy was born in some years back, and say 5th of May. 5th of May, 1990. This guy was born in 4th of April, 1976. 1976. So now I want to get their age. Can you tell me? I just need to
We are not.
subtract. I just need to
Hello,
subtract. Yeah, I'm with you.
Can't see the screen.
please you share.
You cannot see the screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Can you just try to disconnect yourself and connect back? You should be able to see it. Oh, am I the one not sharing?
No, it's from your
Please.
end. You're
Alright.
And we're only seeing people's faces.
It's from your end.
Yeah, it's fine now.
Oh,
It's back.
perfect. Sorry for that. I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, so we have this. Yeah, I want to calculate the age now. What do I need to do? Just subtract today's date, the date of birth from today's date. It will give you the answer. So now let's do, today's date is what? Equals to today. Today minus date of birth. You can select this and then, oh, sorry, I don't even need this. So it's giving you in what? In another day format. So, but there's a formula you can use called date diff. So date diff, and then you have this, this, and then we have it in DD. Am I correct?
No,
Where's the error? Sorry.
showing error.
Okay. Supposed to show us. We have this. Oh, I think I made mistake, right? The start date to come first. Yeah, start date, end date. End date is today. Sorry for that. And this, our date of birth is start date. And then we have today. Yeah. And then the unit that you want to get it. So do you want to get it in days? which is going to be D. So you have something like this. Kafi, why are we getting error? And this would be dated diff, not double F. It's not, it's just a single F. Sorry for that. So this will give us our result in how many years?
Okay,
How
are we
many
trying to
years?
calculate the age of the person?
Yeah, the age. Why is he giving me this? It's supposed to be in number. Perfect. So I don't want decimal point in age. There's no decimal point in age now. So can you see now, 1990 to today's date is giving us 34 years old. So just use this dated if function and it will give you. So these are some functions you need to know, just like the way you can sum some things together and you can subtract, multiplicate, whatever you want to do within Microsoft Excel. So you can use your formula bar. We have formula bar here. You can do sum, average, maximum, minimum, and some other functions. You can use financial. Anyone you want to use, just logic, will be something, and all this. So test function, you can use all these things. So let me also give you some, maybe you want to have a full name. All these, they are beginner level. If you are expert here, maybe you might be thinking like, why are we doing like this now? Let's carry everybody along, let's everybody get it right. If you are able to get all these things right, you will not have any issue anytime you are trying to analyze your data. So imagine you have first name and last name. You can simply use a concatenate, or you can even use Excel intelligence. Can you imagine? So I can simply do, by the time you start typing here, maybe I type Abba Imam. Imam here. The next thing I'm typing here, can you see? It will auto suggest for me. Can also suggest. But if this thing is not working for you, you can simply do concatenate equal sign. Another function is what we call concat. Concat means concatenate two things together, merge two things together. In some programming language, you use plus sign. In some programming language, you can use dots. So, but here now, I'm trying to concatenate this and this together, and this, and then you can see that I separated it with comma. Can you see what I'm having? It's giving me Abba Imam. So, but I need a space in between. I need a space in between. Sometimes, Samuel Adeleke, you raise up your hand. Are we good?
I'm going to back. I'm good.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah,
To be an observation, maybe I don't know, maybe if I have record of this, maybe it can be recorded.
yeah, we are recording it. We are recording it. You see it on the YouTube channel.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, we can have this concat, and in between the concat, you can simply create a space in between. Can you see? I've created a space using what? Using quote, double quote and space in between. I have double quote and space in between. So you have this, and then you can have your Abba Iman. So the Abba Iman is being separated here now. So now you can simply drag it down. Whatever you want to do, it will give you your, perfect match. Now, you can have some other stuffs like maybe, let's say this guy is doing MTH, this guy is doing PHY, and this guy is doing chemistry. So yeah, they have a series of what's called exam, and this guy scored this guy scored this, and we have something like this here. Now, you have all this number coming up, and then we have something like this. Here now we can say we have total mark, and we have average here, average AVG. So now we have total here. Simply by typing what, you can simply do alt equal sign, alt equal sign. It will sum everything for you. But I'm not picking age. Don't forget, I'm not picking age. It's telling me that I'm picking from G3. No, I'm picking from where? I'm picking from H3. So I can want to do this thing. Now I can simply do this thing. But mind you, there's another case here, another clause here. You can see that I'm having a column in between this and this, meaning that that column is telling me that from H3 to J3. That's the meaning of that column. But if I'm saying H3, J3, can you see the difference? H3, J3, there's difference. But if I'm doing from this to this, can you see it highlighted everything? But immediately I'm using comma, it's deselected physics out of this. I'm just summing up mathematics and chemistry here now. But we don't need that here. We only need from this and this, and then I have this one. Now I want to do average. It's equals to average of what? Average of these three together, and then close it up, and then you have this. So now you can simply, indirectly, you are learning most of the function at a time. At this point now, I can say, okay, I want to use something else in Microsoft Excel. If this guy is scoring above 60% or above 70%, give them A, give them distinction, give them green card. So I can simply do something like this. So I can say equal sign. If, don't forget, if statement is very, very important, especially in anything computer. If is a conditional statement. If this requirement is met, do this thing for me, else do something else. The same thing with switch. So what else? If switch, is there another one that we normally use? I can't remember. Or maybe all these conditional statements, if for loop, while loop, and some other stuff like that. So can simply case, yeah, sorry, I wanted to, yeah, we have case, yeah, we can use case as well. So can do all these things. So Microsoft Excel is very, very easy to learn. I can simply say now, okay, if what is it called? If this value is greater than what? If it is greater than or equal to 70, do something for me. Give this guy A. But mind you, anytime you are dealing with character or string, you can see that when I wanted to type 70, there was no quote. If I put quote into in that 70, it will turn that 70 to what? It will turn it to a string automatically. It will turn it to a string. But if I'm putting it, the moment you are writing anything integer, just leave it that way. But if you are putting a code in between, you are putting a text in between any code, it will turn it, it will render it as a string or character. Anyone you choose, you can call it. So, but if you are anything you want to use, anytime you want to use string, make sure you wrap it with a code. Now, if not this, if okay, let me run it. Run F, S, give it F. Can you see? So it is less than what? It is less than, let's call it great. It is less than 70. So I have what was it called? F. So now, if this, again, I can manipulate this and say, instead of writing F, I want to use another if statement. Don't just go like that. Check again if this guy score if the average value is greater than, if this L3 is greater than or equals to what? If it is greater than or equals to 60, then let me give this guy B. S F. Yeah. So now I'll go to the end of this condition and put what? And the if statement. And then I have B here. Can you see now? So if I change the value here now, I can say, let me say 89. Can you see? I'm having A. So this is how you can do some manipulation within your. Now, there's a lot of cases. Like, what if you want to test run multiple conditions? Like if statement, we have what we call if statement in Microsoft Excel and so many other stuff. Like, so all these things we are doing, just like, just trying to understand some things. Now, even here now, can you see data entry formatting and basic function? That's what we are trying to take a look at today. Like, okay, how do you format your data? How do you, even if you want to count something, basic function like all these if statements, sum, if, and so on like that. You can also check it online how to make use of them. But the major concept we are here for is for you to know how to use it. What do you want to do? Okay, I want to calculate the average of this value. Which function do I need to use? Anybody can go online and get that. But do you have that kind of concept? Do you have the idea? The moment you get the idea, go online, get the formula, and then make use of it. Even though you are not going, if you don't go online, Microsoft Excel will suggest it for you. You don't need to stress yourself. So just tell us what you want to do, and you get it done. So yeah. What else? What else? Okay, let's try to bring in some data here. I think I have a little sales data here. Yeah. Let me. Okay, let's just show this. Can you imagine? Let me just show you like a bit of what you can achieve with Microsoft Excel. Imagine you have something like this as a report, like, okay, just giving it to yourself. Like, okay, this is my report for the month. This is how much I spend. This, what I'm selling, or this and that. So this is just a simple report. So, but this is not where we are going. Just want to bring you some exercise file. Okay. Okay. So let's bring in customer ID and, I just need small sample data. Okay, yeah, let's get this. So I don't need this, and I don't need this. So let me come to this place and give you this. Let's have something like this. Okay. Yeah. Sales rep, we have data like this. We have this. If I'm selecting all this now, I am having a range of data now. A range of data. Range of data in a plain sheet. In a plain sheet. So I cannot reference to this as a table. This is not a table because it has not been converted to a table. It can't function as a table now. Imagine I want to add something else. Can you see? I have to click like this and add something else. Let me say, age of my sales rep, maybe 45, 34, 35, 23, this, 43, and then I have 20. Now, so can you see this now? It's not easy to work with range of data. Well, as an analyst, if I'm referencing to this cell now, let's call this sales, or let me say sales rep. Sales rep. You can rename your sheet down. Just double click on that sheet name. You can rename it and call it sales rep. Now, you can come to this place. You can even change the color. You can right click on this I said, okay, I want to change the color of this particular tab. This is my sales rep. So now, if I'm trying to add something to this place, I have to, or if I want to reference to this particular guy and his age, or this particular lady and her age, I have to go to another. If I go to another sheet now, and I want to get that particular person, I have to go back and say like, okay, this place is equals to sales rep name, and then I'm picking that particular Alice. I can say equal sign, and I have to navigate back to this place. Can you see that it's not making sense to me? It's not making sense. So I have to do like this. It will bring the name. But now imagine, instead of me doing that, I now try to highlight this, or let me say I highlight everything here and say what? Come to Home tab and go to um where is it? Where is it? Okay, can you see under style? Under style, can you see you can convert this particular range of data into table? Can you see? It will ask you, this table, does it have header? My table has headers. So because all what you have at the top on the first row are the header of your data. So you can have this. Now, can you see now? I can simply see something different here. You can change the style if you don't want this. If you don't want it, you can have something like this. So a lot of styles are there for you. Just choose based on your color preference. So you have all these things. Now, but what if this is not in the in table format? Imagine I want to filter this data now. I want to filter this. I have to do something different. Like, okay, how do I filter this data out? Maybe I want to filter where age is greater than 40 or age is less than 30. I want to do that now. So it's not easy for me to do that ordinarily. Can you see? I have to come here, start doing all this and this. But if I'm able to convert to this to table, you can use Control T. Don't let Excel be using you. Try to know all the shortcuts. So you can have something like this. I can say, help me to convert, help me to check where I can filter this number filter is greater than what? I can say, okay, anything that is greater than 40, let me see it. Let me see anybody that is greater than 40 in my organization. Can you see? Very, very easy for you to filter. Very easy. You can simply clear the filter, do a lot of manipulation, and you get everything. You can format your data the way you want it. You can change the color. If you don't like this color, just change it. You can do this. Change. Come to Home tab, change all the border to all border, and just give it whatever you want. Do as you like. So you can change the text style. Everything as you want. So make use of Excel very well so that at least when people see you doing some stuff out there, they will know that okay, you really understand the concept and how to use the tool. Now, what else? Uh, okay, wow. It's after this is after 10 in Nigeria. So and other part of the country. I don't know. Do you have anybody from outside Africa? So if you are outside Africa or if you are if you are from any other country, just let us know. Thanks for joining. We really appreciate. I don't know this will go long like this. So, but you know, all these things is good for you to learn as an individual, you know, sorting, feature, conditional formatting, you know. Okay, let me quickly run this to a little bit, this particular sorting and filtering of on this conditional formatting. So, uh, we'll be able to sort out maybe anything that is greater than 40 here. Now, if your sales target, if your target is greater than 40,000, I want to see it. I want it to be bold. I want to have some condition to it. I want to add some condition. So can you see? So I can come to this place and do conditional formatting. I can do data back, I can do new icon, I can do new rule, anyone you choose. I can say, okay, let me create a rule for myself and say, okay, this, we have different condition here. Format only set that contain this particular value, format based on their value, anything you want to choose. I can do color scale, 3 color scale, I can do data bar, I can do icon set. If you are choosing icon set, you can say, okay, if this value is greater than this or this, I can say, let me use based on number. Let me use based on number here too. If your value is greater than or equals to 40,000, or at this point is greater than equals to 30,000, 30,000. So just give me this. Can you see? So you have been able to, you know, at least the moment, even nobody will like, you know, it's very easy to communicate with people. Recognize color easier than, you know, okay, these people are the one doing all these higher targets. Oh, these are the mid-level people, and these are the, you know, probably they are just managing small environment. You know that, okay, oh, the manager will easily communicate with this kind of icon set. Okay, I can know who are to pressurize. Okay, what are they doing? So yeah, uh, what else? What else? What else? What else? Conditional formatting, sorting, and filtering. We'll be able to filter. What if you want to sort by color? Can you see? I want to sort. Sorry, I want to sort this by color. I can say, okay, help me to sort this. By what icon? I can say. I can do sorting by color. I can do by this. Can you see? Everything that is green, you go up, and then other things will go down. So you can do sorting from largest to smallest, or from smallest to largest. Okay, can you see something like this? So it's very easy. So it's not something, it's not a rocket science. Everybody can simply understand all these things. So make sure you get just go online, get a random data and try to practice all these things. So I will also give you data. I will send you a sample data you can work with, probably on the WhatsApp group, or probably we need to get your email, and you know, just give us your information, like your email, that we can easily use to communicate with you, send you some documents to practice. We have some, like a lot of documents that can use to learn Microsoft Excel. So just try your best to make sure that you are reading and you're getting them right. So I don't know if you have any question.
Okay. In the chat section, we have some questions. Okay,
Okay,
somebody
go
is
ahead.
asking, how did you get the date stamp again? Put it here also.
Okay.
Although I dropped some stuff, but can just tell the
Okay,
person through.
just use control semicolon, control on your keyboard and semicolon. That's for date stamp. For timestamp, control shift semicolon.
I
No, you
hope
don't
the
need to
person
drop your you don't need to drop your email here. Just I will share a form on the
for the
group.
person that asked the
Make sure.
question, are you good now? Please, you can just reply with an emoji. Are you there? So what other thing?
Yeah, I
Okay,
think I don't know if you have any suggestion, if you have anything you want to contribute, you can raise up your hand and let's see where we get it wrong today. You can suggest how we can improve better on this.
yes.
Uh, your opinion, your feedback is very, very paramount to us. Please, if you have any feedback, you can simply unmute yourself and say something. Okay,
All right.
Ali. Yeah.
Okay, I just want to bring a suggestion that what the difference between this and Google Sheets, different and the complexity of Excel and Google Sheets, their works.
Taffy,
I'm with you.
can you tell us the difference?
Okay, I said
Okay, in terms
no.
of
Yeah.
the Google Sheets and the Excel, when you talk of Google Sheets, also work like an Excel. Although because of its online nature, it enable collaboration. And when you look at some of the constraints attached to Google Sheets, is the storage capacity. So the storage capacity of Google Sheets is limited compared to Excel. I think when you're working with data of maybe 5 million or something, you can't load it with I don't think, is it up to 5 million or 5,000 something, five something sure. You can't, anything above that range, Google Sheets is going to crash your work. So it's preferable you use Excel. And when you look
Okay,
at some functional tools like the Power Pivot, the Power Query, the Pivot Table, and the rest, Excel give a more advanced analytics in that nature. The Google Sheet is somewhat restricted to some level
okay,
from the practical I've done so
okay,
far. But when you have like some
okay,
basic analysis just to do some little reporting that is not that deep, you can easily make use of it. When you want to collaborate with your team, you want to work to maybe you want to work in teams and the data is not much, you can also use the Google Sheet to do your work. Thank you. I don't know.
Yeah, though
Engineer.
if you are if you are using a Google Workspace, they have more space for you to work with Google Sheet as well. But it has some limitation that it's very easy to for instance now you are communicating, it's live. Google Sheet is live, like everybody can see what you are doing at the time. If you are connecting with people from uh different nodes, so you can easily, okay, well, I mean from different computer now, different user, they can easily work on a Google Sheet together. But which with the same way, if you are using Microsoft 365, it can give you the same thing. If I'm working on a 365 now, and Kathy is also, if I share my file with Kathy because we're on the same tenant, we can both work on it together, even within Microsoft Excel. But I've used Google Sheet, I've used Microsoft Excel. I know the difference, and I can tell you, yeah, it's not, you cannot even compare them. You can do advanced analytics both, but to some extent, you enjoy using Excel rather than Google Sheet. But another thing is this: they are just from different companies.
okay,
If they're from different company, like, okay, Microsoft, it owns Microsoft Excel, while Google Sheet is from Google. So both of them are just a competitor. And they're just a competitor. They are trying to make their product better. So just choose the one that works for you. That's just it.
okay, sir. But
Yeah.
I have another question.
Okay, go
Okay,
ahead.
for me now, I use Google Cloud most.
Okay.
What if I'm trying to integrate my database with an app that is based on this Google Cloud?
Yeah.
Maybe
For instance now,
my
you
my
want to analyze. I know where you're going. For instance now, you have your Google database, everything, anything coming from Google. Uh, the best way for you to get your data, whether you are using Excel or Microsoft Power BI, is for you to go to your get data here. When you go to get data, you can launch your Power Query. When you launch your Power Query, you can easily navigate to Google product. You can even connect to Google Sheet from your Power Query. Yeah, and it works better. I hope you get.
okay, okay. That's good. That's
Yeah,
good. Thank you, sir.
yeah,
What of my admin? Yes, sir.
yeah. We can hear you.
Hello.
Yeah.
So I'm
Go
talking
ahead.
about what of PHP my
Yeah, you can connect to
this
PHP My
PHP my
Admin.
admin.
Yeah, just download SQL Connector. When you have SQL Connector installed on your system, so you can use it to when you go to get data here on your Microsoft Excel, go to get data, and then when you go to get data, you will see SQL as part of your connector. So when you click on get data, I'm coming. I'm trying to get it on my Power Query here. Uh,
Okay.
Where's my Power
Okay,
Query?
sir. Don't let me take much time. So I'll
Yeah.
inbox you.
Just get your data, and then you load it to your Power Query. From Power Query, then you you discover whatever you want to discover.
Okay.
Yeah. Are we good? Yeah, thank you so much, everyone. I don't know.
So,
Amarachi said, thank
mhm.
you for today's session. I want to learn how to integrate different workbook. Example, a longitudinal spread shell. Longitudinal spread shell. Okay, I think I get that. So no problem. So tomorrow we continue. But we have 5 different projects. We have 5 different projects to do in this class. So out of the project we are having, let me we have sales performance dashboard. Please, can you mute yourself?
Please mute
So
yourself. Please, this thing is going to be posted on our YouTube channel. It will not be nice hearing background voice. Please, if your mic is unmuted, kindly mute yourself.
we are going to have at least 5 projects to be added to our portfolio. I have among what I've listed before. I don't know if you can just suggest any other ones, but for me, I have like 5 different ones. Even though I kept them somewhere. So, but I know sales performance dashboard, employee performance, and customer segmentation, and I can't remember the remaining two for now. So just try to stay tuned, and at the end of the class, at the end of the tunnel, I will give you some shortcut to build dashboard, both in Excel and Power BI, without even stressing yourself. So, but the best thing is for you to know all the concepts to understand, like I just have the mindset, like I want to analyze something, I want to make sense out of something. So when you are making sense out of something, that's when you become analyst. Not for you to be able to just see data. You need to be able to tell a story. Even you defending your presentation, like after creating your report, your dashboard, you should be able to speak. Like, okay, from the business aspect view, from the management, everybody, you gather everybody together, tell them story that they don't know about their business, and that's all. So, guys, thank you for today. You guys
Evening.
can open your camera. You can open.
Good
Let's see
evening.
our faces. Like, I don't
Good
know. Thank you, guys.
My name is Benjamin. I'm from
Oh,
Nigeria. I'm asking,
thank.
is there any particular time frame for the classes?
Yeah, it's just within maximum of 3 hours, minimum of 2 hours.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you. So just in Nigeria time, we're starting 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. What's it called? If you are in the US, I think we are this. What is time now? Maybe 2 p.m. 12 noon in the US, I guess. Yeah, 12 noon. So, if you are from the kingdom, we are on the same time zone. So that's plus 3 GMT is what we are using here. Yeah. So, guys, thank you so much for joining. And I remain my humble self, Hafiz Babatunde, and happy data analytics. Thank you, and have a wonderful night. Goodbye, everyone.
Thanks, everyone. Thank engineer.
Thank you
Oh
so
my.
much.
Yeah, welcome.
Fish. Thank you.